Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 117, and we are dividing a decimal by a whole number. Okay, sometimes we're going to have to use one or more zeros as placeholders when dividing decimal numbers. So a lot of times we can think of decimal numbers as money when we're working with them, and sometimes that is a little bit easier to understand. Okay. Whenever you're dividing by decimal numbers, one key thing to do is always put your decimal place in your answer first, even before you do your problem. For example, I'm going to take my 0, I'm going to raise, or my decimal point, raise it up, and I'm going to put my decimal place right there, already in my answer. So now I can go through and do my problem. I could say 3 goes into 0, 0 times. 3 goes into 1, 0 times. 3 goes into 12, 4 times. 4 times 3, 12, minus 0, no remainder. And here is my answer. So my decimal point is already there. So if I divide 12 cents by 3 people, each person would have 4 cents. So you can kind of look at it in a money form. Sometimes that becomes easier for us to work with decimals. Alright. Here's the next one. Corbin must cut a length of ribbon in half. The ribbon is 4.8 or 4 8/10 meters long. How long will each length of the ribbon be? So we're cutting it in half, so we're dividing 4 8/10 by 2. So I'm going to go ahead and write this problem. 4 8/10, and I'm dividing by 2 because I'm cutting it in half. Alright, so I'm not going to have a lot of space to write my answer, sorry. So I'm going to go ahead, here's my decimal point, I'm going to go and raise it up. So I have my decimal point and my answer already there. And I'm going to do a normal problem. 2 goes into 4, 2 times 2, 4 minus 0, bring down my next number. 8 goes into 2 goes into 8. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 0. So our answer equals 2 4/10, or 2.4 meters. Don't forget meters. So see, if we already put our decimal, we take it from where it is in the problem, stick it all the way up in our answer, then our answer is ready to go when we're done with our division problem. Alright. Here are 2 problems. I want you to try to do them yourselves first, and then watch to see how I do it, and see if you get the same answer. Alright, for the first one, I'm going to raise my decimal point up, stick it in already, and then I'll say 3 goes into 0, 0 times. 3 goes into 4, 1 time. 1 times 3 minus 1, bring down my 2. 3 goes into 12. 4 times 3, 12, minus 0. Alright, and the next one, going to go ahead, raise my decimal point, 0. 3 goes into 1, 0 times. 3 goes into 15, 5 times. 5 times 3, 15, minus 0. Alright, and that's how we did both of those. And now here is a little bit more of a challenging problem. Alright, so we have our decimal point, and then we have 2 zeros and 24. Okay, so I'm going to write it out for us. 3 divided by 0.1224. Raise my decimal point up. Now I can do my problem. 3 goes into 0, 0 times. 3 goes into 0, 0 times. 3 goes into 0, 0 times. 3 goes into 2, 0 times. 3 goes into 24, 8 times. 8 times 3, 24, minus and 0. So then now I have my answer. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 8 10,000ths. That is my answer. Alright, and here you go. Here's your lesson practice. We'll be practicing more of these in class. Our dividing decimal by a whole number. Remember, the trick is just take your decimal point, move it directly up into your answer already, and then follow division.